For more latest news from the sports multiverse, please like, share, and subscribe The Bridge and hit the bell icon to never miss a notification.
I gave it my all. I can look back and say that I gave it my all, so I'm okay with the result. I think I could. Only few mistakes was I need to, I need to get myself to open faster, and the rest of it will take care. Once we get into the proper training block, once we train in a certain way to peak at a certain meet, it'll all be okay. There's not much. I haven't really sat down and thought too much about it. There were parts of it where I knew as the race was happening, I knew this is where I'm messing up, this is what's going wrong, this is what is going right. But it's not like I've discovered something new. It's actually something that happens from quite often. I qualified was actually quite dramatic itself. I missed it by 0.05 in the event, and then we requested for a separate trial, and I got it done on the very last chance possible anywhere in the world. So I was just excited, and there was a sign of relief because we expected to get it done a lot earlier, but there was a few setbacks here and there, and lockdowns and things like that. So it took longer than expected. So it was good that I finally got it done, and I was very close, being deprived of my chance of going to the Olympics because Sajjan got the A cut, and if I didn't, I probably wouldn't have made the team. And I didn't want to wait 3 more years, and I wanted to go to Japan. So. Usual self, excited, super confident. I knew what I'd done. I knew I'd done the work. I knew what I had to do in the race. I had a plan. I was all ready. It was going good. I don't usually, get nervous at all. I think I was a very, very little this time, maybe a little bit. And going into the swim, for me, when I'm racing in India or when I'm even training in India, I usually swim with I do backstroke with the freestyler, so I usually have the lead even at the 15 meters with the start, even though I'm doing backstroke next to a freestyler. But it's been a long time since I actually was in a race with 8 people at the same time. The fastest swimmer in my heat's entry time was 53.75, and the slowest swimmer was 53.89, just not even 0.2. So that's how close it was going to be. And having someone on both sides be ahead of me at the 15 meters mark, I think, just them being with me threw me off a bit. And in my mind, I was thinking of, just trying to catch the guy on my left next to me, because I knew he's going to be faster than the guy on the right. I was just trying to catch him up, the person in lane 5. But then I realized that if I try accelerating too much, I will not be swimming the race the way I planned. So I tried to get back to my game plan, but we did everything we could. I think peaking in Rome 3 weeks before the Olympics made it a little harder to, peak right away. But we did everything we can. I could not walk after this, so I gave it my all. I could. The only few mistakes was I need to, I need to get myself to open faster, and the rest of it will take care. Once we get into the proper training block, once we train in a certain way to peak at a certain meet, it'll all be okay. There's not much. I haven't really sat down and thought too much about it. There were parts of it where I knew as the race was happening, I knew this is where I'm messing up, this is what's going wrong, this is what is going right. But it's not like I've discovered something new. It's actually something that happens from quite often. So just going into next season, we'll just work and make sure that doesn't happen. I was in camp when it happened. Luckily, the camp was in Bangalore itself. So I came back home the very same night. Yeah, it was hard, but I think the best thing that I did was, or that my family made sure, and even coach was, get me back into the water as soon as I can. I took about only 2 days off. I was into the water about 2-3 days later itself, and I think that helped me, stay a little distracted. Just gave me something else to, put my energy into. And after all the rituals and everything, I rejoined the camp itself, and having all my friends and my team there, did help me, make sure that I was in an okay place mentally. And yeah, everyone was, very supportive of it. Like it wasn't. I think just having that training routine and people being next to me, and the coach being very understanding, all of that, all the coaches and everyone, the coach for the first 10-15 days did not push me at all in the pool, even though he doesn't usually have to push me in the pool. That happens on its own. He would just tell me, swim how much you can when it's hard, when you don't feel like you can change, and you can rest, or you can let me know and we'll do something else. And all of that was just made sure that I could stay okay mentally and get back. And I think being in the camp did help a bit too. It was quite exciting. It was something that I enjoyed a lot. It's the first time in my career where the entire Indian team spent a lot of time together, like all sports. A lot of my meals were with the table tennis team or the badminton team. I met a few of the hockey team players as well. Spoke to them. I've known them from before because I was in the Asian Games camp at Sai when they were training at Sai in King as well, Bangalore. And yeah, so I spent a lot of time getting to know the other sports athletes, and even the village was quite exciting. Meeting Djokovic, Zverev, Medvedev, Tsitsipas, and Luka Doncic, and all these guys. So that was something I enjoyed a lot. A fellow Tamilian as well, Sharat and Satyan. So yeah, he could see that. I was a little excited with being my first games. He gave me some friendly advice. We spent a lot of time in the last few days together after this match was done. We all got together, played some cards, and all of that. I didn't know he was that much older than me, and that it was his fourth Olympics. And then my coach had told me that they were actually roommates in Athens. So it was a good experience meeting all of them. Talked to a few swimmers from around the world as well. I met a few of my friends that I know very well from South Africa and a few of Serbia and a few other places. But outside the pool is where I would say it happened. But just like I'm telling you, spending time with the badminton and table tennis team. That last night was very, very, very fun. We all got together. We were up till 3 a.m. playing cards. We played cards for about 3 hours. It was something that. There has always been this situation where swimmers get together in camp and just play cards or do whatever. But spending time with those guys like Chirag and Satvik in top 10, Sai in the top 15, I think, and then the table tennis players as well who have won. All of them are Common Games medalists and have done a lot. So it was nice to just be around these guys, hang out with them. Me being the junior. The federation and Sai, they have been very helpful. That's for sure. Being put into the top scheme has been a huge boost financially and mentally. So that is one, and SFI is doing a lot as well. So that's the swimming federation. They've been, they've sent us to 3 big tournaments this year, trying to qualify. And each time we went, we had a physio with us, which makes a huge difference for me in particular, because my routine is heavily depends on a physio. I go to the physio almost every other day to get some sort of release or a recovery done. So going into a trial, when we went to Serbia, we were there 14 days before the race. And if I had to go 14 days without any physio work or without a massage, that would have not gone well for me in Serbia and in Rome. So having a physio there was, a tremendous amount of help. And that's something I really want to thank both SAI and SFI for making sure that we get that. They're trying to, do their best and make sure we get all the best support that we can and all the best exposure, experience, and whatever is needed to, do well at the international stage, going to the Asian Games and Paris 2024. More race exposure at the high level, like for example, like how we went to the Setcoli, and for me, I'm talking about for me in particular, just having a physio accompany me to all meets or any training blocks we do will, make that much of a difference. Focus on the Asian Games, the Commonwealth. I haven't have the World Championship next year, and then there's another World Championship in 2023. So I'm just going to focus on the Asian Games, and the Asian Games is going to be my target meet next year, with of course the Commonwealth and the Worlds as well. So I'm going to take it one step at a time. I'm going to quote Rocky Balboa from Creed 2 in this, or Creed 1. One step at a time, one punch at a time, one round at a time. So just one step at a time, one meet at a time.